we working? Is the stream working? Okay, right, where's my controller? I'm trying to see if my mic's working. If you can hear me, you can hear me, but I'm making sure that my mic's actually working. So, where's the bloody controller? Oh, here it is. Right, okay. Got it here. Hopefully chat works as well. Right, let's go on here. Let's go on here. Okay, let's see. Will it work? Will it work? Come on. Right, does my voice work? Okay, let's see. Yeah, it does. Okay, guys, so we're back, and we're back again for another stream on YouTube. Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see right in front of your screens. Okay, so we're going to be talking about football. So if anyone wants to join, chat, it's all cool. So what you do, just go and chat, obviously. Quite simple as that. Right, so where do we start? Okay, so tell you what we are going to start with. Check chat's actually working. So let's see, shall we? First off, we're going to turn down the TV. I always do this in every stream. I make sure the volume and everything's working because I want to get my viewers to hear me, obviously. Otherwise, it'd be quite useless, wouldn't it? Right. Does it work? Please. Come on, mate. I think it does. Yeah. Well, anyway, welcome back. And we're going to start off by saying, if you're new around here, we do matchday vlogs on Brighton Hove Albion, and we do football news and information about football players. We often talk about their stats. I'm already stuttering. No, it's good to be back on stream though. Last time we streamed was Saturday for the Crystal Palace game. Obviously, we drew 1-0. I'm not too happy about that, let's be honest. But at the end of the day, we got robbed, and that's what we can say. But, I mean, we're going to start off with talking about Crystal Palace games. I spoke about this on the Instagram live I did the other day with Harry and a few other people as well, like Hayden, Leighton, and we had Jack on there. What I'm going to say is to start off with, now, I think we were 100% on the right game. We were really up there. We were dominating, and we were really going for it. And we deserved a win, and we got robbed by the referee, VAR, whoever's fault it was. We already know. But yeah, it was basically VAR's fault that we didn't win because it was clearly onside, but they didn't give it. It's quite stupid, isn't it? But a lot of us know that now. I think most of us know what happened there. Anyway, so now we're going to talk about, obviously, we're going to talk about our thoughts on the Fulham game. So I'm not going to say my prediction. I'm going to save it for the vlog, or I'm going to say it for my Instagram live. Maybe I won't even say it now. Who knows? Who knows at this point? Who knows? But yeah, so basically, for the Fulham game, I think it's going to be another dominant game. We have to be them, and we have to be on our A game like last week. But definitely try and get our finishing ability up a little bit. And we can't lose this game like 1 or 2-0, 2-1 like we did last time. Because we're dropping points to teams we shouldn't be dropping points to. Because if we want Europe, we have to beat teams like Fulham and Crystal Palace, Wolves, Southampton, etc, etc, etc. And we have to keep going, and we have to keep our form. Because we can't just expect Europe and end up, losing to teams like Southampton and Wolves and that. Because that's not how we should play. No, we should be going out there every week, and we should be playing, to try and get the win. We don't want to be playing for a draw every week. We don't want to, see our players drop from here to here in a matter of weeks. Because what that's going to do is it's going to make us a worse team, and it's going to affect us in an awful way. And I'm sure all of us know that. And Albion fans, this one for you as well. If anyone's here or anyone's going to read the comments later and they're going to go in the comments, I will say to you guys, maybe tell me who your favourite Brighton player is or something like that, and why they're your favourite Brighton player. Because my one, Karim Matoma, 100%. Great player, quality. He is next level at dribbling. Honestly, he is. His finishing ability is spot on. Yeah, and second favourite player for the Albion is Evan Ferguson. Evan Ferguson, for me, is also a top-notch striker for us. He couldn't be much better for us, I'm completely honest. Maybe he's a little bit more composed. I'm not saying he's not usually composed, because he is. But what I'm saying is he could be a little bit more composed. And maybe he could try and get a little bit more into positions where we can get more involved in. Because Evan Ferguson wasn't there when we played Crystal Palace, obviously. Because he just... Well, he obviously played, but he wasn't showing very well. He only got a few touches on the ball. And I think maybe we can let him off for that one, because he's been really good for us recently. But out of all games, I'd expect him to be really going for it that game. So I'm a little bit disappointed for that. But that's one thing that happens. You don't win them all, and you definitely don't always get what you deserve. I'm a Ferguson. I think he's only going to provide what he can, and I think he's going to be really going for it this season. Maybe even the Albion top scorer for the season. He could really get that, because even though he's still got just less than half the season, I still think he could definitely be up there for top scorer. He could even get more goals than Mitoma, because Mitoma can now have that freedom to actually play a ball in a box and expect someone to put it away. Because when we played teams like Newcastle, that Mitoma didn't play, and neither did Ferguson. And that's sort of a problem for us, because what that meant for us is that we couldn't score goals like we do now. Because back then, you know, there was the ball in, Pascal Gross had it, he hits it wide of our post somehow. We didn't beat Newcastle. And we even had, like, I think it was 2 off the goal line. Yeah, so personally, I think with Mitoma and Ferguson as options now, we're going to be a way better team, and we're going to attack as a way better unit. And we've seen that plenty of times this season now. And we are, like I say, going for it a lot more. Now, I reckon Europe is a possibility. I do, because you look at players like Mitoma and Ferguson, they're consistent, they can pass properly, unlike how we did under Graham Potter, where I think we're a little bit more sloppy in the ball, and like we started off against Crystal Palace. But now you see Mitoma and Ferguson very consistent at shooting, scoring goals and all that. You see Dunk and Webster really good, 2 at the back, and obviously you got Veltman, again, another bloody brilliant player, Veltman. And yeah, no, I think if Veltman stays on his form, I reckon he will be also another key reason we get Europe. Now, if there's anyone of you in the chat who want to put your say, what do you think? Are Brighton getting Europe? Are we not getting Europe? What do you think? And by the way, if someone is chatting, putting stuff in the chat and all that, and I can't see it at the moment, I don't know why, but if nobody's been in a chat or anything, then I guess I'm alright, eh? But yeah, no. Well, at the end of the day, I just want to know, now, do you think Brighton can get Europe? Who's the main player at the Albion? Who's the player who's provided all of these goals and all of that? Who's the guy who's, you know, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, who's the best Brighton player? I'm still trying to figure it out, and I say it every single stream. Who is the best Brighton player? Who is it? I mean, honestly, we know it can't be players like Modder. He's out injured, so we can't say him at the moment. That's unfortunate. I think Modder was really good for us when he used to play a lot, obviously, before his injury. I think... who else is up there, but I wouldn't rate as the best player? I say Gross and March, actually, because both of them on form are brilliant players. 2 key players in the squad, and they're going to keep starting for the rest of the season. I reckon none of them are going to be leaving in the summer. I reckon both players are definitely up there. But yeah, again, I wouldn't say Albion best Brighton players. I would say Dunk is going to leave an Albion legend. We all know that. Same with March and Gross. Yeah, no, all of them 3 players are crazy. They are crazy. Not much for me to say now, is there? Right, yes, thank you all for joining me. Obviously, most of you will be seeing this after the live. So, thank you all for sticking around for this long. People who have joined though during the stream, thank you very much for joining us on our football talk. And we will see you guys for the matchday vlog on Saturday up the